too long ago.
Yep, that's looking good.
Oh! Do you know what this reminds me of, John? That Mack DeMarco song. Another one, because it's another edition of the Mack Brothers podcast. What episode number is this?
This is number 30.
Oh! The big 3-0. That's actually my favorite Hall of Fame basketball player has that. Where's that number?
Curry? Is Curry your favorite basketball player?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like ever?
Yeah.
Guess what? Look at. I think I just figured it out.
Did you figure it out? You did the underneath thing, didn't you? Wait.
Look at that. I think I
Wait.
spun it.
Wait. Just like this?
It's kind of leaning against my
Yeah.
chests.
Oh man. Everyone watch out when we get boom arms. When we get
man.
boom arms, we're going to be wild. So John, I got a report today
What?
from the dentist. Oh, by the way, everyone,
Oh, yeah, you
we're
got a
debuting everyone give a warm welcome for the debut of the Mack couch.
Yes, this is going to be the
This
time
is our
of the setup.
This is our collective seat of power at the moment. So everybody revel in it. Bask upon your praise, people.
Yeah, I still am struggling with this microphone stand.
To me, that's good.
Just won't stay still.
That's good. It won't stay still. I wonder what John's doing that he probably shouldn't be doing. John gave up. He's just going to hold it.
There we go.
He's just going to hold it. All right, John. So here's the thing. I got a report today.
Oh yeah, you went to the dentist.
I got perfect teeth.
Is that what he said?
Yep.
Or she?
Well, the first thing I had done was X-rays, which were annoying. 'Cause you have to bite onto this thing, and then they just move it around and around. But my teeth are all good. So yeah, I had a cleaning. I had them bad boys polished, and they also offer Botox. So I got 80 cc's of Botox in each cheek. So if I'm looking tighter than usual, guys, that's why. So I have a clean bill of mouth health.
I'm very proud of you.
I have no indications of any cancer of the mouth, and I have no indications of any diseases of the mouth. But he did say one thing. He pleaded with me to stop spitting that hot fire because it's burning my mouth.
It's not good for your esophagus.
It's not good for my esophagus. Hold it higher because there's going to be audio issues from when you hold it at the bottom. That's why it's better to have it stable.
I thought you meant...
Yeah, from your cable. So when you move a cable around, sometimes you'll hear clicks.
Yeah, I got you. I know. I've been there.
You've been there.
I'm not no fucking rookie.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I can't confirm or deny that. That's why there was.
I've been in the game for a while.
I've been out of the game for a long time.
Big fucking news today in our world. The Arctic Monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Just not only said they're coming out with a new album on October 21st, but they released their set list.
They released the set list?
Yeah.
All I know is it's called The Car.
And now, Matthew.
Oh, you have a.
I'm gonna tell
John,
you.
what computer are you using? Is that your MacBook?
This is the Mack.
Is that your
book.
MacBook?
Yes. Shout out to the sponsor of this podcast, Mack.
Yes. The computer line from Apple.
Yeah. I don't eat apples. I'm back on keto. I'm actually down 7 pounds.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. So what I want to do is, and you are not privy to this, I want to give you each title.
Okay.
And you have to, as Alex Turner, sing the chorus.
Okay. What I think the chorus sounds like.
What you think
as
the
Alex
chorus
Turner?
sounds like, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so number 1.
This is the opener.
This might be the most Alex Turner title ever.
Oh, my God.
There'd better be a mirror ball.
There'd better be a mirror ball.
That's number 1.
I mean, that's probably... There better be a mirror ball, 'cause when I do something about... And then... Bim, 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 and then back to the verse.
All right. Now, the second one was the one they played live.
They played one live already?
Yeah.
When?
2 nights ago or last night.
Get the fuck out.
And I listened to it, but it was on Instagram. It was
Oh,
hard to
I
do.
got to get some skin in the game.
I ain't quite where I think I am.
Oh, man. All right, you heard this already. Give me a mood. It's the only one you could do this with. So give me a mood. Happy, sad, indifferent, angry.
Inquisitive.
Inquisitive?
Wildly inquisitive.
Like, wah! Like what do you
uh,
mean? How inquisitive are we talking about?
What does that map say? What does that map say? That's not right.
And what's the song title called again?
I ain't quite where I think I am.
But now I'm lost and I can't find my way. I ain't quite where I think I am, or at least I thought I was.
I don't remember. Oh, these titles are wild. Sculptures of Anything Goes.
Sculptures of Anything Goes?
Yeah, there's no way that he actually says those words.
This is going to be an instrumental.
You think?
Yeah.
Number 3 on the track.
But the hook is going to be ba-da-boo-dim, ba-dim, ba-da-boo-dim, ba-dim. That's the hook.
What's it's the first instrumental since, what is the one they did? It was kind of math rocky.
Oh, I don't
It's like
remember.
the spinning back kick or something like that.
Oh, Chun-Li's spinning bird kick.
Oh yeah.
They've always had some weird fucking titles
Yeah,
though.
I
Like
guess
that's
they
from
have.
Street Fighter.
This is maybe my favorite.
Perhaps Vampire's a bit strong. Like a lot of their titles, even from their first album, would totally work on this album.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, "What the fuck's that song about?" Or like "Red lights indicate doors are secured."
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh, that sounds interesting."
And they say
Or at least I thought it.
they
That's
say
what
the
it was.
titles of, you know how hard it is to say the world's first ever monster trucks front flip.
I
in a
feel like
song?
it's just a challenge for him at this point.
I think so. I think we actually will come up with song titles before a song exists, and then we'll create a song out of the song title.
We did. When's the last time we did that?
Well, we'll have some music with no lyrics, and then we'll make a song title, like Chocolate Covered Strawberries, for instance.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But then sometimes the titles change. But then sometimes the titles just are the titles and they have to stay.
Sometimes they never had a name.
Well, that was way after. The whole song was done when we came up with that title.
But what I'm saying is what I think he does is he completes a song, and then he goes, "What should this be called?" It's already done.
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, he sounds like isn't as a person. You know, like, he's so quiet about everything.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything. He's so quiet about it, you know. Thanks. When he was younger, he had this thing in his voice, you know, he called it sounded like more like, yeah, right, like, the song I wrote is called Suck It and See, you know. And Matt Helder's actually sounds really similar to him.
Well, they complement each other really well.
They
the
do.
Background vocals.
Yeah, they have good voices.
Number 4, jet skis on the moat.
Jet skis on the moat.
Yeah.
Going
think this'll be a rocker.
around in circles. Jet skis on the moat.
That sounds great. Actually sounds great.
I can't even emote how I feel when I'm next to you. Dun dun dun.
I think we should take that melody.
Yeah, we can. This is going to be online forever, so we could steal that.
Next one, body paint.
Body paint.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a quick one, right? Quick song. Do they have track lengths also?
Like links to the song?
No. Track lengths, like length,
No.
like how long they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's this called again? Body paint.
Body paint.
I think this is going to be like an "I Want to Be Yours" kind of song, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Number 6
I
is...
want to paint your body with some paint. That's the chorus.
Number... He's really losing his edge.
Only for that song. The rest of them are very creative.
Number 6 is the title track, The Car.
The car.
Yeah.
We're in the car. Just wanted to clear my head.
You know, I see the title of The Car, and I think of The Bandit, and I think it's going to be I think it'll be a single.
Don't care Catch the Bandit by Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
That's, I actually, mentally, I never said anything about it, but when I first heard that song, I went, this is boring as fuck.
Yeah, I thought
right?
so too.
And then I kept listening to it. I was like, this is a ballsy single, and I'm happy to put this out.
And the guitar works. The guitars are excellent in it. It's a fun song.
And then I realized, like, the melody's great too. Like the opening melody really, really. As soon as you hear the opening melody, as soon as I hear that melody now, I'm like, okay, I have to finish the song.
That synth part during the after it says, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they are. I think, the most underrated popular band. No one gets. They don't get recognition for shit. They've been putting out great music since 2008. Like,
and they haven't had.
They've been really popular since then. And every album's had, you could say, 3 like all-time great songs.
I think every album they've ever put out is great.
Me too. I'm just saying, since they've been super popular,
since they've been popular,
they actually got a lot more credit before they were popular. But I think they're way more creative now.
Yeah.
And I don't think some people think they sold out. I think if you actually listen, they didn't.
No.
It's silly. What a silly concept.
I hate people. You know what it is? It's
Me too.
Pitchfork. Unless they want to rate our music. Even if they, fuck Pitchfork. Let them rate our music and give it some bullshit.
Listen, if you're an objective reviewer, your review shouldn't be affected by what an artist says. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You should judge based on the song alone. So if you don't like someone, that should have nothing to do with how you judge their music. In an extreme case, right?
I'm
an
sorry.
extreme case.
Real quick. I've been playing on my laptop by accident.
Yeah.
I've been playing... I'm about 40 since we started. I've been playing Richard Wolff explain Marxism and communism on the Lex Friedman podcast.
Interesting.
It's been playing the whole time. This.
Oh, good.
And it's been very low until just now. But let me get out of that.
That's good.
But I just seen it. I was like, what the fuck?
Lex Friedman bores me to tears.
He is boring. But I wanted to hear.
He's a slob.
I wanted to hear Dr. Wolf talk.
Yeah.
Number 7, Big Ideas. I bet you this will be my favorite album on the track.
Ooh. Oh my God. These are so hard to judge. I have big ideas swimming in my head. They're just waiting to get out. The bursado kind of DI food I eat is trout.
That's more of a verse than a chorus.
I don't know. I can't. I thought one's too hard to.
Hello You.
Hello You.
Number 8.
But I'd rather say hi to you instead of
Can I
sending a text message.
I think it'll be something like I think it'll be a
Hello you, how you doing today?
It could be like that with the way they've gone.
I'm Alex Turner and I'm here to say
Now he's Paul McCartney and
boop, 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 skibbity boop. Hello you, skibbity boop.
I think that'll be an introspective it might it literally might end with he realizes who he's being right now and he goes hello you and then number 9 Mr. Schwartz.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yeah.
Mr. Schwartz. Now that's the song. I don't know. It's very hard to man, that sounds like you're angry at your old gym teacher, you know what I mean?
I am actually. Oh, wait a minute.
When you had us in PT, I was drinking lots of tea, and I had to go and pee, so I left the class. Mr. Schwartz, he was an ass.
That's actually probably close to the melody.
Yeah, probably.
And then the closing track, Perfect Sense.
Perfect Sense?
Yeah.
I think I don't. You all right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm stumped. I think 10 songs in, I'm running out of juice, and I phoned one in. I phoned 2 in.
You said one was an instrumental.
One was an instrumental. I think I wouldn't be surprised if one song on this album wasn't instrumental though.
I would be shocked.
I would be surprised. They're at that point in their career. I listened to Brian Eno interviews for an hour and a half last night.
I don't think I would put out an instrumental. I don't think we would put out an instrumental unless it was over 10 songs.
So I would put out an instrumental album of music if I was asked to do it, the way Brian Eno was asked to do it previously.
Yeah, if we were asked to do it.
So,
or if we wanted to do it and it wasn't a big release, we
so
just
it's a perfect sense, right?
put it out and didn't tell anybody. Perfect sense, yeah.
All right, I think this song. Oh man, what a weird one to try and imagine what this could be all about.
I'm so excited for this album.
Nickels and dimes, that doesn't rhyme. Perfect sense, get rid of the penny. I think that's how that one goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the new Arctic Monkeys
That's
album.
the new. That's all the choruses.
Sneak peeked it for everybody.
Yeah.
I
have something to tell you.
What?
So I was listening to this Brian Eno interview, and he was asked. So when they went to the moon, they had all this extra footage left over because they shot some footage. You know, they shot way more than what they showed on TV, obviously. And they wanted to make a documentary called Apollo, and they wanted to have it be about all the trips to the moon. So they have all this beautiful footage, and they need a soundtrack to it. So for some reason, the filmmaker knew Brian Eno, and he said, "Would you mind making an album based off of all this footage?" So first the album he worked with Daniel Lanois. This was in '83. This was right before they worked on The Unforgettable Fire, and his brother Roger Eno produced it. And so they would watch film. They would watch films. This is before anyone in the public saw it. Only NASA and government officials saw this video at this point. They would watch this film and they would just write songs to it. And that's how they wrote the album Apollo. So they had a theory. Their theory was the moon's the new frontier. The last time we were exploring a frontier, what kind of music did we make? And it was all country music. So almost all the songs were written like country songs. They all have country chord progressions. They all have twang. They all have half of them have steel guitar on them. It's awesome. And they have they have this like little weird electronic instrument, which is the same instrument played on Miss Sarajevo. And what they did was back then it was crazy. They played it all the chords sped up in normal time, and then they slowed it down a lot. So you have this like boom boom. You have this like very crazy like outer space sound. That's just a slowed down. It's just incredible for what they did in '83. And then the next project they worked on was The Unforgettable Fire. So it's super interesting. So you can actually hear like the way some of the guitars are played on the album from Daniel Lanois and all. You can actually hear like if he played some backing guitars on U2's album, like you can hear them go from that to that. And then I also thought how ballsy for U2 that like they were Sunday Bloody Sunday. They work with Steve Lillywhite, who was a punk producer. Like Steve Lillywhite worked with like Joy Division was the biggest band he worked on before U2. Like that's the style of music that they were and people they were involved in. To then go to the guy who produced David Bowie's Heroes and like all this other crazy shit and just wrote an album, a really popular underground album about the moon for NASA. And they were like, "Hey, can you guys produce? Can you guys co-produce our new album that we're gonna write and record in a castle in the middle of Ireland?" Like, how wild is that?
Yeah, it's.
So all that was like spiraling in my head. I was like, I can't wait. I have to talk about that on the podcast.
Talk about a band that
they called all their own shots in the beginning. Everything they did, they were ready to get thrown out of the record label. They almost broke up.
Well, I'm saying like we said about Kings of Leon, people say they're overrated and they're sellouts. It's like
okay, over under. We're gonna start. We'll do some big bands. Metallica.
Overrated.
All right, now you hit me with
one. The Clash.
Oh, properly rated.
Okay. This is a lot.
I'll hit you one. Joy Division.
Overrated. I think their biggest. What's the biggest song?
Love
Love
will tear us apart again.
Fine. But I mean, that's not the people think that's like one of the best songs ever, and it's like, come on, cuz.
Yeah.
If that song came out in 1958, you'd go, wow, this is some innovative shit. But the fact that came out in like 77 or whatever, it's like.
Yeah, I think it's just because he died so young.
Yeah. Well, Nirvana.
Overrated.
Yep. Why?
So here's the thing. Early deaths lead to bands being misrated all the time. Sometimes underrated because they might be a great band that just didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes overrated because they become, musical martyrs like a Jimi Hendrix or a Kurt Cobain. Not saying that they weren't extraordinarily talented people.
And they weren't good.
But there were so many other influential, prominent, popular grunge bands that to say that grunge was solely responsible for was Nirvana. Like, Nirvana was actually more responsible for the shitty bands that came after them. Like Creed. And like,
I think Pearl Jam had more to do with Creed and Nickelback
you
than
think?
Nirvana did, yeah.
I completely disagree because Nirvana's songs were way bigger than any other grunge band, any other band like it. And then you have you listened to like some of these post-grunge bullshit songs? Like they all sound like Nirvana. Like there's an XM station because I have the trial till October called Lithium, which is obviously the grunge station.
Yeah. Oh.
Every single band was trying to be Nirvana. None of them were trying to like maybe 3 bands were trying to be Pearl Jam. And the bands that were trying to be Pearl Jam probably just sounded like Pearl Jam by accident.
But the 2 biggest terrible bands that came out of them is like, so if you
Nickelback and Creed,
if you said
probably,
Puddle of Mud, yeah, they tried to do Nirvana and they failed miserably. But if you said if you compare like what's them two, Nickelback and what's his name, they sound way more like Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder, like that, they both took Eddie
I think
Vedder's
Nickelback
voice
you could go either way, but Creed, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And then they got country Nickelback.
Yeah, like the song Photograph.
Yeah.
You know what annoys me? I got one for you, and then I have something to say about them.
Okay.
Hall Notes.
Ooh.
Now remember, I gave a properly rated.
I think they're properly rated, but, and we might be saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hall is so full of himself, it's unbelievable. Or
who's the guy?
Blondehead is Hall, I think.
Live? Are you talking about the guy who does Live from Daryl's house?
Yeah.
He's full of himself?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, think about it. Every single show he does at Live at Daryl's house, he does a song of theirs, and then they all have to play like a Hall Notes hit.
I can't go for that.
And they have like 7 or they have a lot of hits.
Listen. If Hall Notes, if he had them do all their songs and one song of their choosing, that was the rule. They had to pick one Hall Notes song, any song.
Yeah.
And they could do whatever version of it, whatever style version of it they want. That would be better than him saying, "We have to play Your Kiss Is on My List now." That's stupid.
Like, you think Thundercat or whoever he has wants to play?
Thundercat, man. I love Thundercat.
Thundercat would have to.
Thundercat underrated.
Would probably be like, can we play?
Here's my gripe with Hall Notes.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
2 of their biggest hits sound exactly like.
Which ones?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I
you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah. I just don't know.
It's like Your Kiss Is on My List and like another one sound exactly the same.
Not You Make My Dreams Come True.
No.
That's
a
classic.
That's a great song. You Make My Dreams Come True and I Can't Go For That are my 2 favorite Hall Notes songs.
Your Kiss Is on My List. The other one's like in my head.
And you know it sounds just like it too.
Because I'm singing, like I'm...
Sing it.
No, but then it turns into Your Kiss Is on My List.
Because it's the same fucking song.
Yeah.
Listen, kudos to them, but they did not disguise it well. Because as soon as you hear it, you could go up. It's the same.
Good
song.
old Philly boys.
Yeah. Major respect to Hall Notes.
Didn't our mother go to school?
Properly rated.
No,
that was Cinderella.
She went to
remember
school
Cinderella.
with somebody from Cinderella. I want one. I want to do one more.
You got to hit me with one.
I
I just hit you with Hall & Oates. That was a good one.
That was a really good one. Pink.
Overrated. Massively overrated.
I think she's properly rated because no one gives a fuck about her.
Yeah, you know what? I agree.
Or
I changed my
like,
mind.
People give a
No
fuck,
one,
but like
no one walks around and talks about Pink. No one's like Pink's the greatest.
and she's also she's been humble pretty much for a lot of her.
She got over
career.
a lot of shit. Yeah, properly rated.
Yeah, she's like the first person to like
No, fuck
do
it.
the acrobatic
I'm doing a full 180.
She's underrated.
She's underrated. Pink's
Pink?
underrated.
Yeah.
When you think about it, no one talks about her. No one gives her fucking due. And she's a decent singer. She got over a lot of shit. She's a great mom. Like, she's a role model for young girls
songs.
that are going through tough stuff that can get over it and be successful.
She has a hit in like 3 decades.
Yeah, like, who does that?
She
Gave what's his nuts his last Nate Roos from Fun. Talk about whatever they all decided when they decided that they need to break up. You know, obviously Jack Antonoff made off the best out of all of it.
Jack Maidenoff.
Listen, what a stupid move. They could have been a huge group. They could have been gigantic. They had like the biggest hits from a band in forever.
Well, We Are Young's great, and then I didn't
me a second eye.
Yeah,
Is that We Are Young?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't like the carry on.
Carry on. Yeah. I like the song.
I don't like marching band sounding shit.
I don't like marching band sounding shit when they're trying to sound too much like a march. When they're trying to sound proud.
Yeah, like I don't want to.
I don't like chests sticking out for no reason. Like, what are you puffing your chest out for?
Yeah.
Like, walk around like a normal fucking human. That's how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to have this. Like, what does this make you feel like that you're marching? Like, it makes you feel powerful because the march is associated with armies. Like, what is?
I don't know. I think they just like the
Sunday Bloody Sunday is the best application of marching band style drums.
which is one of my least favorite U2 singles.
Yeah,
Its importance is huge, but
it's a great song. I would contend it's a great song, but I don't listen to it that much. I listen to songs on that album more than that. I listen to Drowning Man more than that song.
my most listened to song on that album is Promenade.
Me too.
Love that fucking song.
That's like such an underrated song.
That's like a
You know what song I listen to quite a bit? When I say quite a bit, I mean like maybe 3 times a year. MLK for some reason.
really.
I do. I really like the keys in the background.
I like that. Bono's always upset about the mistake he made lyrically in Pride.
Oh, Early Morning April 4th.
April 4th. When was it? Like late afternoon or something like that. When he was.
Or he had like the wrong date or the wrong time of day or something.
I think he did the wrong time of day because you don't mess the date up. I don't think.
But
Maybe
it's the lyric is great.
Yeah.
It sounds great for the song. He actually doesn't like that album because he's like, I can't listen to it. It's unfinished.
Well, he thinks with Streets Have No Names unfinished.
Yeah, he's nuts.
All right, let's do. Give me one. Give me one more, and I'll do one more.
I want to hit you with a band you actually really like.
Okay.
To make it more like engaging. But it has to be it has to be like a sneaky good one. It can't just be like a Oh, this is bad podcasting. I don't know what the fucking band to tell you about. Up. All right. Do you think over or under the Rolling Stones? I already have my answer.
You got to go properly.
What?
Properly rated.
Properly rated?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, in the past year and a half, I've been on a huge, since I started working at the casino, I've been on a huge Rolling Stones kick.
Okay.
Like Tumbling Dice is a song that I never listened to. And
Your favorite one song said, "Rip This Joint." You ever hear them play that song?
I've heard it. Yeah.
We're gonna rip this joint. Okay.
Keep sure.
Yeah, Mick will rip the joint.
But like the fact that like it's Some Girls is my favorite album by them.
That's a fun song too.
It's a fun song. It's a fun album. Just My Imagination, great cover on that record.
Just my imagination.
You know, you have to be. To me, I have to be like in a real mood to go on a Rolling Stones kick. But when I'm in the mood to go on a Rolling Stones kick, I'll listen to any song and I'll fucking vibe with it.
I feel like the only time I can listen to the Rolling Stones properly is when I'm drinking.
Yeah, I have to be in a good mood, cause like even like Waiting on a Friend and you know, Daddy You're a Fool to Cry. That's an underrated song.
2,000 Light Years from Home.
2,000 Light Years from Home is
It's a banger.
lit.
You know, I mean, it's totally copying the Beatles, but it's a banger.
And then you go up to, you know, their stuff in the late 80s is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Just Might Hear You Sigh.
Dude, Beast of Burden. Almost Hear You Sigh is like one of my favorite Rolling Stones songs.
Did you hear...
She was standing close to me.
Yeah.
From mercy.
I would say it was...
Trying to hold on to that. It was just impossible. I close my eyes.
See, I seen them...
This is how he sings. This is what he's doing in the studio. A straight in the afternoon.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's singing like a country star.
I love his fake country shit. That makes me laugh so much. It doesn't even make me laugh.
He's battle scene.
They're all right. What was I gonna say?
Their influences?
Well, it's all blues.
Are you gonna hit me with a hard one?
No, real quick. The remix of Scarlet, which is Jimmy Page and the Rolling Stones. The remix is by The Killers, and it's not a cover, it's a remix. The Killers and Jacques de whoever. I think that's...
Oh, the guy who does all those remixes?
Them two, Killers and him, got into the studio and did a remix of this like old song called Scarlet with the Rolling Stones, and I mean, it's a fucking... it's a classic. If they actually released it this way, Matthew, it would have been as big as like Start Me Up.
Really?
It's incredible.
I'll listen to it.
It explodes at certain points. It's like if the Rolling Stones
it's a good
were
big rock song
produced by the Killers. It's just incredible.
Oh, that's cool.
Great.
I would love to
guitar
see
work.
Brandon Flowers wart a couple songs with Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. That would be fun.
Oh my god.
That'd be real fun.
And him not even sing, he's just playing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the car.
Can you imagine how would Mick Jagger sing that song?
I can't. Mick doesn't want me to sing a song, so I'm sitting
really
out. I'm sitting out here in the car.
It's a really great Brandon.
You know, out here in the desert, Las Vegas, Nevada. It was me and Ronnie, and I got a call on my cell phone. It said Jagger. He said, "Oh, I think we should do an album together. Wouldn't that be cool?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So then we did an album, and that was all there was to it. You ever notice he has like a creepy smile now? Like the smile gets more...
Yeah.
His smile gets more and more Mormon as time goes on.
So the older he gets, like it's like the more in shape his face gets. So now it's just like skin and bone.
Yeah. Flesh and bone.
Fire and bone.
Fire and bone. What a great song. What an avant-garde, weird religious song.
All right, one more.
Hit me with one. While John's thinking, John, keep thinking. So I recently discovered I thought it was a band. It's actually just a guy who wrote songs like Tame Impala, called Ginger Root. He's got some pretty cool songs. Everyone should listen to like 2 of his songs.
He's pretty popping off.
You should just listen to 2 of his songs. He has cool music videos. Most of his songs sound alike, but he's worth checking out. It sounds like Paul McCartney. It's so good to get down in the tube on this.
Madonna.
Madonna?
Yeah. I know you have an affinity for Madonna.
I actually do have somewhat of an affinity for Madonna. I do like some of her music. I like Vogue a lot. I love that song.
Better one. Fuck Madonna. She's
okay.
She's overrated.
All right.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Could someone simultaneously be both? You know what I mean? So like earlier in Lady Gaga's career, I feel she was that's a really hard one because I don't think she's properly rated. But at times I feel she's overrated and at times I feel she's underrated. At times I feel like people are too like, oh my God, it's Lady Gaga. Wow. And then at times I feel like people are too dismissive of her because I feel like she's a genuine artist.
Yeah.
I feel general public wise, I think she's underrated as an artist and talent wise. But I think general public wise, as a figure, as a pop figure, I think she's overrated. If that makes sense. Her talent is completely underrated. What she was able to do, which was if you watch Madonna and every other pop star, she was able to stand out and be different. And not look like a record label was making her do everything she was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, she showed up, for Christ's sakes, in a legitimate meat outfit. You got to stop playing with that cable, brother.
That's my problem with...
She showed up in a legit meat outfit.
Yeah, I
because she, like as a fashion statement, she's telling everyone, you're all going to treat me like a piece of meat anyway, so I am going to be a piece of meat tonight. And then she won. So to me, I thought that took a lot of balls. So that I think she's underrated just for doing shit like that. And then she came out with a whole album about it called Art Pop. Being able to put out pop and art at the same time and not have your vision compromised just because you want to put commercial music out.
The song Art Pop's really good.
The song Art Pop's excellent. And the song Venus is a really good example of a fun song that you can play and listen to that's completely contrived, but it's still a good song. It's very 70s. And I appreciate that.
That's my issue with Billie Eilish.
With Billie Eilish.
Is that...
Overrated.
She's overrated. Her and her brother are genuine artists.
I think he's way underrated.
He's underrated. But my problem is that none of it would have been possible without Lorde. Like her shit. Like Lorde was the first one in
super underrated.
2011 or whenever... or like 2008, whenever Royals came out.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 2008. I think it was after that. I feel like it was later.
Lorde is very underrated for what she did as far as making indie pop a thing for teenage girls.
I mean, Royals, the song Royals, listen what Muse did on their next record that came out after Royals.
Yeah.
It's like they stole the bass sound.
What a weird thing Muse is.
Like Madness. Yeah, Muse is really hard to judge.
Well, Madness came out before Royals.
I don't think it did.
I think Royals came out in like 2014, 2015.
Maybe
Madness came out in 2013.
Maybe I have it backwards.
Madness came out in 2012.
Maybe I have it backwards.
I think from the Second Law. I think that's what the album was out then.
Let me look that up. Remember, there was a bassist in our band for probably about 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
We have all kinds of different ways to say stuff.
We lost the follower on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and make up for it.
Please.
And we have a new song out called 4th of July Song of the Summer. Oh, what am I doing? I'm looking at my pictures. I gotta find this factoid out.
John McCara conceded. He's overrated.
I'm probably a little overrated. Okay, so Pure Heroin came out in 2013, which has Royals on it.
Yeah, Madness came out before that.
I think the single came out in 2012.
I think when Muse was writing Madness, I don't think that they were listening to Royals by Lorde.
They should have been, though.
I mean, yeah.
They definitely should have been. Was it on the Resistance?
May have been on the Resistance.
No. Guiding Lights on the Resistance. That's a great album.
Impure
Resistance is a... Love is a resistance.
That was 2009 that album came out.
My hands.
The Second Law, John. It came out in 2012, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, it did.
I gave you all this information.
Supremacy's a great song.
My favorite is Race. It's a race. That's when Muse was putting out songs where you're like, dude, this guy's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They still, I mean, they did a whole album about drones, and they did
Big Freeze. Remember Big Freeze?
We destroyed something beautiful.
What I wanted to say is, are you kind of off camera?
That was just a joke.
Just chilling?
No one needs to really see this.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
We had a bassist in our song for 2 days, in our band for 2 days. And he was obsessed with Muse. Do you remember that?
I feel like he actually thought he was a member of Muse, yes.
He really, and he had ideas that the reason why they put certain songs in certain orders is to correlate with space. And for all I know, maybe Matthew Bellamy did do that way, but it wasn't like online. He created this theory, from what I understand. And then he came to our house, coughing up blood, and his fingers were bleeding because he practiced our songs on bass. So anyone that is a musician that's listening that likes our music knows that you don't have to have your fingers bleed to play our bass lines.
Yeah, you really don't.
And his fingers.
You really don't.
His fingers.
He showed up.
I mean, he showed up.
He
every
showed up
finger.
and he looked at us and he said, "I didn't have a pick, so I used my fingers." But I'm good to go for practice. And all of his fingers were taped up.
And then
with medical tape.
He said to our mother something like, "Yeah, if I don't get my medicine by next week, my ears will start.
It was
the
something.
Skin will start peeling on my ears."
It was something. It was something that maybe shouldn't have been said so casually. It was something like you're actually kind of worried about the guy. Like, hey, do you need to go? It was one of those situations. So I will say, when you're in a band and you are looking for new members, you really don't know what you're getting.
No, you really don't.
We never knew what we were getting.
Band members are like a box of chocolate. If the chocolate was as soon as you opened it.
No, band members are more like if you got a box of mystery flavored Airheads. You just don't know what you're getting.
And then sometimes you open a wrapper and there's just nothing in there.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of hot air. Yeah. So that was over and under with the Mack Brothers. What was our first thing? It was the sneak preview to The Car.
Yeah.
By Arctic Monkeys, their new album. I can't wait for that album. I'm so excited.
The real quick about just talking about the Arctic Monkeys, just because it seems like this is the podcast dedicated to them.
Yeah.
Two things. One, their live set. It seems like they're only playing 2 songs from Tranquility Base, which is really upsetting.
Yeah, that is upsetting.
Because I think it's my favorite album by them. Or
having gone back and looked at all their... I'm going to sound like a total fucking douchebag, but I just accept it for what it is. I am a douchebag, so I just got to live my truth. Looking at their older albums, especially like AM to this album now, and like even Suck It and See, and like Favorite Worst Nightmare, like certain albums, they just seem so contrived. It just seems like they wrote songs just to write songs. Like it doesn't seem I feel like the Arctic Monkeys do have a lot of songs that are like content-wise are missable. Like if you're going for what story is being told, like you could totally miss it. It's not that important.
Well, I'll say like
until absolutely and until as far as stories go, this is by far and away the most interesting album he's ever written. If you're just going by what he's talking about, that's all I'm saying. Other albums are fantastic for what, like if you want to party, like AM's such a good party album.
I will say
such a good party album.
I think Alex Turner's first, and I think the first album, whatever people say is what I'm not, whatever it's called.
Great album.
Great album. Overrated album. It's the fastest selling UK album, like first album of all time.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be, because the Beatles and Oasis had, Beatles' first albums, whatever. But
yeah.
Or no, I think it might be the fastest selling record ever, regardless.
Yeah.
Anyway, Oasis had their first album. That should be the UK's #1 selling first album ever.
Which you could still argue my pick for greatest debut album of all time. Definitely, maybe.
Yeah. I can't think of one better.
Yeah, neither could I.
You could say Is This It's really close.
Yeah, on a good day, I could pick either of them.
Yeah.
On whatever day it is.
What was I fucking saying? But whatever people say,
Favorite Worst Nightmare.
there's some songs on the album that I completely don't listen to. And same thing goes with Favorite Worst Night. Like Do the Bad Thing, I could care less about.
Yeah, that song should have just been left off there.
Yeah, they had better B-sides.
There's like 13
The
songs
Bakery.
on that album.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think...
But
I think they weren't... Because Alex Turner was debating on even putting this album out as an Arctic Monkeys album. I think back then he definitely didn't have the gumption to do it. He wasn't even really singing. He admitted it.
yeah.
He said he wasn't trying to sing until he did the first Last Shadow Puppets album.
Mhm.
So that meant the first Arctic Monkeys album he thought through all the melodies on was Humbug.
Yeah.
He didn't think through all the melodies on the first. He just kind of did it.
But I will say...
I'm not saying they're bad or he's a bad singer on the first two albums.
I will say, like, I don't think they, like, I don't think he, what do you call it, like, mailed it in on the first two records, because there's genius aspects of both two first records. I mean, Fluorescent Adolescent is an all-time great song.
Great song.
505 is
Really
fucking
really cool song.
beautiful. It's one of my favorite songs they've ever done.
Yeah, really cool song.
Do Me a Favor's like all them songs are written.
I appreciate
about real
If You Were There,
experiences.
Beware.
If You Were There, Beware is a great song. And then first the album, there's so many songs that I relate to.
The first song that I liked from the Arctic Monkeys was "Fake Tales of San Francisco."
Great song because it's their actual experience. They're playing with bands that, were saying that they,
we went to America.
Yeah, we've played in America, but we're doing good in America, and they were like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
Great
song.
song.
Humbug was I think at that point, out of their first three, their first really front to back, storytelling wise, interesting album.
Yeah.
And their first album, they really made a conscious effort to write music together in a new way.
Yeah.
So I think that's why that album has a soft spot in my heart, and just the rhythm section is just like, you can really, it's the first album that, Nick O'Malley and Matt Helders were really together.
Creating together, yeah.
And it was just like, what a fucking awesome, what a display of excellence.
Humbug is from start to finish their most consistent out of the first three.
As far as, I'm just only saying in one specific way.
No.
There's songs I like way more on the first two albums than Humbug.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's higher points. Like, my favorite song out of all the first three is probably Fluorescent Adolescent.
Yeah.
Or 505. The first album, though, is better than the second album.
Only Ones Who Know is a really good song on the second album, too.
Beautiful song.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
But Humbug has songs like Secret Door that you forget about.
Mm-hmm.
That are
Which
just,
I did forget about, too.
That are just fantastically it's just a display of brilliance that, like, doesn't come cornerstone. Also, that song's fresh. That's a fresh song.
You go, ooh.
That's a fresh song. But then they went to Suck It and See, and I feel like they just wrote an album because they had to on the record deal.
See, I don't know, because I think he was trying something different.
Like, he was trying this, but it was halfway there. Like, he was trying to do what he was trying to do on AM, but he wasn't there yet.
It was a connector album.
I think that was a really relaxing period of their career. Very accessible. That's such an accessible album. Like, if you showed someone the song "Suck It and See," it's a very accessible, bright, beachy, poppy song.
Great. I like that album a lot, and I like playing the song. I like actually playing the songs on that album a lot.
That's the best album for songs to learn on the acoustic guitar and sing. You can learn every song on the album and sing it on the acoustic guitar. You could tell he sat down and wrote the whole album on an acoustic guitar.
Which I think that partially that and AM burned him out, and that's why.
But Pile Driver Waltz, the version he has on that movie soundtrack, is better than the Arctic Monkeys version. It's way more intimate.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what that album's missing. It doesn't have any. It's just reverb from start to finish. Reverb.
I think the closest they got was Love is a Laser Quest.
Another great song.
Which is a great song, but it does feel a bit empty, even though it's a great, like when he does it acoustic, by himself, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The song itself.
I feel like if we were in a studio, if we weren't independent artists, if we were in a studio and we had producers, that's what they would try and make sometimes love.
Yeah.
They would try and make it kind of like that type of thing. I feel like to have a good album, you need dips, you need highs, lows, in betweens, you need different kind of music on it. If you just have one kind of album straight through, for me, I kind of get bored because I'm like, what's the novelty here?
Yeah, I think Suckin' and Sea's their most
plain
baseline.
It's a very plain standard album.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's plain and standard on their standards,
for them.
And for most artists, it's the best album that they would ever put out.
Yeah, if anybody else put that out, I'd be like, holy shit!
Whoa,
holy smokes!
Yeah, and then obviously AM banger. Do you think is AM your favorite record by them?
No, not even close. Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino is my favorite album from them by a wide margin. It's not even close. It's right now where I'm at with my taste. It's not even. No other album is even close.
You know, to give a plug to good friends of ours, Haha Charade.
Yes,
they're playing a Halloween gig, which I mean, I wish so. I wish we were on it. Because listen how cool this is.
Okay.
They there's like 6 bands on it, so the car is filled already. They all dress like their favorite artist and do a cover set, right? Haha picked Arctic Monkeys.
Get out! What are they doing? Did they tell you what song they're covering?
They didn't. No, they're doing a whole set.
They're doing a whole set as the Arctic Monkeys.
So I forget what day it is, but I'm hoping we can go or I can go. I would love to see them do Arctic Monkeys because. I mean, besides us, and maybe not Handsome Beast. What are they called now?
Oh,
Astro Hotel.
Astro Inn.
Astro Inn. Besides Astro Inn, and
they
ourselves,
have a legit great song. Venus in Retrograde is a really good song.
They're really good. Astro Inn. But besides us two, I think out of the bands we're all friends with, Haha is pretty close to the same genre as Arctic Monkeys is, and I actually think they're closer to Kings of Leon.
Yeah. But they're all in the same ballpark.
Yeah, because we're probably closer to Kings of Leon than Arctic Monkeys sound-wise.
Yeah, although I do think that's starting to change with like a lot of the stuff we're working on. Some of the stuff is like very, it's really very Mack Brothers.
Yeah, because we're. Yeah, I think I mean we're biased, but
we've matured.
I feel like we have a perfect blend of mature and still that garage rock shit.
Yeah, that garage rock shit. Yeah, we have that garage rock shit.
Let's just finish up because we're already on it. AM.
I mean, there's moments on that album that are just like that are moments.
Yeah.
And like all time moment, like Do I Want to Know is an all time classic.
Mm-hmm. Their biggest hit since
Wanna Be Yours is what a seductive, wonderful song.
One for the Road.
One for the Road.
Fun.
Knee Socks.
Snap
Out of It. That's why AM's a great album because there's songs like that on there.
Mad Sounds.
#1 party anthem.
Which is probably my favorite on the album right now. Or that's not my favorite on the album right now. It's my most listened to right now.
I think that has my favorite Alex Turner melody on it and any song he's ever done.
#1 party anthem?
Yeah, the Look of Love part. I think that's a great melody with the chord changes there.
Yeah. Well, Tonight All Right, which is a future Mack Brothers song.
Yeah.
The lyrics start listening to the new AM circa 2015.
Yeah.
Because literally I was at a house party showing my now girlfriend, but wasn't then, all the Arctic Monkeys, that whole album. Mm-hmm. While we were in this kid named Jack's kitchen at a house party.
That's pretty cool.
And there was probably 50 people there. Music was blasting, and I'm on my cell phone going, "No, you gotta hear this!" And I'm trying to show her, like fucking #1 party anthem.
Yeah,
like this song is really great. Like so stupid, but that's what
of course
that's where that lyric comes from.
Of course.
And then, after AM. Alex Turner puts out the best
with Miles Kane.
Probably my favorite thing Alex Turner's ever done.
Oh man, yeah.
It's not an Arctic Monkeys album, but it's my favorite Alex Turner piece ever.
Last Shadow Puppets.
Last Shadow Puppets second record. Everything You've Come to Expect.
What a great album.
My favorite record.
No weak songs. No misses.
I mean, gorgeous songs.
No misses. Every song on that's really well done.
That really changed my songwriting. That album.
Yeah.
That really changed everything.
It was a landmark album. Very criminally underrated. Out of every single artist we've talked about, that is the most underrated piece of music from any artist.
Yeah.
That's an all-time classic.
Should have won album of the year that year.
Should have won album of the year.
It has more integrity than any of them. Any of the nominees.
Listen, whoever's running, I'm calling right now. I'm calling you motherfuckers out. Whoever runs this James Bond, James Bond, how it's a film series. Whoever runs the film series is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because you have some of the greatest songwriters out of the United Kingdom ever. There's British fucking royalty that you could pick any of from their first two albums, any song out of a fucking hat, and you could put any of them at any part of the movie. Oh, sad part. Okay, well here's The Chamber or Sweet Dreams. You could I'm saying just
Dream Synopsis.
John, I'm just saying any song from either of their album would work.
Oh yeah.
So for example, even The Chamber would work. That's the extent of their missing.
This time's come again.
The time has come again.
Oh my god.
What a song.
The Meeting Place.
I get chills. The Meeting Place. Oh my god.
Meeting Place. I mean, because not only is it's interesting to us because it's like genius. Some of the lyrics, it's a beautiful story.
It's just a bright winter morning.
But it's also very classical songwriting. Like, I'm sorry I met you, darling.
I'm sorry I met you, darling.
I'm sorry I left you.
I'm sorry I left you.
Like, just incredible. Like,
Owen Pallett did so well on the strings.
Very simple, and then also very intense.
Okay, we have one more.
And then Tranquility.
And then my favorite, I edge it over. I think because it's still newer. I edge it over that right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I genuinely like it more. But what an album from start to finish. And I feel like I've been trying to listen to a lot of new music lately. And there's a certain aesthetic that they went with on that album, as far as sound, as far as like how they recorded, how they mixed, how they produced. And I feel like they nail it. They nail it and they do it. They did it so well compared to other artists that are trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
The word is retro, really. The way the strings sound, the way the keys, drums, the way everything. It's kind of just like it's all analog. Nothing sounds digital, at least. And they just nailed it. And it opens with Star Treatment, and it's just. I can't even explain what a genius song I feel that is.
It might be my favorite song ever.
It's so good. It's so good.
Cause I mean, it's been out since 2018, and I still can't get enough of it.
I still find new reasons I like it.
Yeah, you listen to it. Last time we listened to it on the deck at Grandmom's. There was a part that I'd never heard before till you pointed it out. I forget what it was. There's like just something the drums are doing.
So there's. I remember what it was. So at the end you have like a, dun dun boom, right, and then at the end you hear these little like sort of in the background, really small. They use that same sound effects in Golden Trunks as well. And the reason why that song's super interesting to me is because it kind of does the same thing for me that Zoo Station does for me. I feel like they put out this it's like a mean, futuristic, cyberpunk, dystopian song done perfectly. Yeah. Perfectly about like a corrupt government. And you could just it's such a cinematic album. That's why it's so good. Yeah. That's why that quality is so high, because you can visualize it in your brain. And all great albums are like that. Like, look at the Joshua Tree. You can feel like you're in the tour bus with them driving through Joshua Tree National Park when you listen to that album. Yeah. Like, great
feel like
albums.
You're on the moon.
Exactly.
In the 70s in Tranquility Base.
And he's singing to you in his little, in his little thing, and I can't even explain. Oh my God! What's the fucking song called? Bear with me, man. I lost.
Oh,
my train.
1 point.
One point perspective.
Oh, it's so great.
It's such a great
So
song.
phenomenal. And then even the way when they do it live and he loses his train of thought at the end.
Bear with me, man.
And then he walks away from the
my
mic.
train of thought. Like he forgot. He sells it so well.
Well, it's oh
It's
god,
so great. It's so great.
And then
selling. Here's the thing.
Ultra Cheese.
Selling is so important in rock, and people underestimate it. You have to be, and this is what John and I didn't do well before, like earlier in our musical careers. Well, before we were when you're doing a song, you have to be that song. Mm-hmm. You can't be the song you just played. You have to be the next song. So if you're playing a sad song, you have to go to that sad area that the song's in.
Yeah.
You can't be, fuck yeah, we're going to kick fucking ass. You know what I mean? And then you play, Imagine. Like, that's the stupidest thing.
Well, you know what?
You have to be part of, 1 point perspective. He's losing his train of thought on stage. He's selling the song. Mm. I feel, to me, that always brings out
I think, too, that comes
element.
with
experience,
practice. Because I don't think I was good enough as a guitar player / singer, both at the same time, to really sell some songs. Like I actually had to stand there and concentrate and sing them.
Yeah.
Now, especially now.
That's fine too, though. Like Noel Gallagher does that, and that's okay.
Yeah, but Noel Gallagher's a whole different beast. Noel Gallagher's just
true.
like, you can't explain the Gallagher brothers. How they could just have no emotion and it's perfect.
Yeah, well, they're cool. That's easy to explain.
But I don't look at them as cool anymore. Now I look at them as older, but they still just get it done.
Well, because that's their thing and everybody knows it. It's been out there. You have memories with it. If you had no memories, it'd just be some old guy that sings good songs.
Well, it's like seeing Dave Grohl. It's like seeing Foo Fighters or like Paul McCartney now.
Yeah,
Paul McCartney is going to play like My Love. The same way he's going to play, like...
I disagree. I already know where you're going, and I completely disagree. Because if you look at versions of him playing My Love, the way
maybe from the 70s.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying even recent ones. Like, there's a couple ones he did in the 2000s where he's like, the song's for Linda, and he just fucking goes all in. Do you know what I mean? He's like...
I think My Love might have been a bad choice.
Yeah.
But, he plays Blackbird and he's pointing at a crowd.
He doesn't do it with the new songs, though. Like, when he put out New, he played those songs, like, the way...
I might be wrong about Paul McCartney. I might be saying that about Paul McCartney. But I just imagine him bouncing on every song. I've seen him 3 times, I think, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I just imagine him...
When they did the concert for George, he did something, he did that very respectfully. He didn't, over-embellish. He didn't, Paul McCartney it up too much.
Better example. Talking about we were talking about the Rolling Stones earlier. Mick Jagger is going to sing
Angie,
Wild Horses, Angie, the same way he's going to sing "Start Me Up." He can't help himself.
Okay, we're going to rip this joint. I still start me up,
Angie.
Ain't the time we said goodbye.
You know who gets into it, but the songs ain't his, but he gets into it is Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart gets into it.
Are you talking about our dad, or are you talking about Rod Stewart? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Both of them. Very into the songs.
I love what you woman. That's a common no. How does he have? What a raspy, unique voice he has. I'm Lost in You?
No, Rod Stewart hates the one that you recently said you liked. You just heard. Love Touch.
I don't mind that song.
He don't play Love Touch live at all.
I don't blame him.
I was reading the comments on YouTube.
I wouldn't play that song live either.
I like that song.
I like the music in the song.
I think that's a nice song for...
There has to be a category of nice songs.
Yeah.
Not everyone could be in the main event. Not everyone could be at that high level.
We'll have some nice songs that we won't play live. But
we already do.
I mean, he didn't play it live when it came out. Like, if you go in the 92 tour,
That's weak as fuck, though.
He didn't play it. He just didn't like it.
I don't like that.
Um,
Oh, man.
Oh.
So, yeah.
What I wanted to say, my second part of the Arctic Monkeys thing. Episode 50 is going to be a special episode where me and Matthew,
John and I,
we watch a full Arctic Monkeys album on YouTube so we can put it on. We could
we watch an album?
a live show of the Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
Episode 50. And we're going to make a drinking game about Alex Turner's isms. And anytime he does like a hip check, we have to drink. Anytime he does,
and we have to pick a random one that we've never seen, so we can't say this one's going to get us fucked up.
We should be able to do one of the new ones.
Perfect. That works great.
And then obviously we'll also
I got a good drinking game for episode 100.
Okay.
Every time Julian forgets a lyric, we drink.
Nah,
we would be done like third song. We'd be fucking smashed.
I think he would nail it, and then we'd have to just chug for like. If he sings Ode to the Mets and then sings like Razor Blade, or not Razor Blade, Red Light.
Fucked up
we're
Razor
done.
Blade though. He fucked that song up.
Well, I think the one that we're talking about, I think he fucked up because they tried to do something different midway. So this is my thing. Why wouldn't you start the song completely changed from the beginning?
The reason they started to do something midway is because they realized Julian doesn't remember half the words.
I don't think so. I think they genuinely tried to turn it into like a.
They don't really like that album.
Boom, boom, boom.
They don't really. I don't think they like that album. First Impressions of Earth.
Mm.
I don't think they do. That's a good album. You know what? Maybe on the next episode we'll go into some Strokes stuff.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good conversation. We did name drop Is the Sit.
Star Treatment. The first line.
I just wanted to be one of the Strokes.
When I don't remember if you remember when I first heard that lyric. Well, I had my headphones on, and I think you were listening to it with headphones in a different room. Or no, you were sitting on the steps.
I was laying down on the couch.
I was sitting on the steps.
I started listening to the album before you did because
you did.
I downloaded it.
Yeah.
And I think I said to you, I don't understand this album yet, but I will soon.
When I heard the first lyric, I just wanted to be one of the Strokes.
Yeah, that was astounding.
I was like, what?
That was astounding.
Like
what a moment.
Just name dropping, and it's real, and then it just the whole.
When he said,
album,
"Who you gonna call the Martini Police?"
Yeah,
I didn't. I was just laying there like I don't. My favorite music is music when I first listen to it. I don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
I don't know which direction it's headed. It surprises me, and that's what I like more than anything. And then for it to be a song as great as Star Treatment, it has to then I have to learn it, and then I'd still be just as enamored with it.
I think that's where. So like, if you listen
I lose a lot of songs.
If you listen
halfway through that process because they don't keep me.
If you listen to Miss Sunday,
never again.
4th of July.
Nope.
Which is a song of the summer. And they're obviously different kind of songs than Star Treatment.
Yeah.
But you listen to those songs, and they were written a couple years ago. They were written before Star Treatment came out.
4th of July was written a long time ago, actually.
Well, musically it was, but like I'm talking about like lyrics.
Even lyrically, it was just like 6 or 7 years ago now.
Yeah, something like that. Well, no, because I was with Tiffany when it came out, when I wrote it. So we'll say 2016, 2017 it was written. Before Star Treatment came out. Before that album came out. Probably right after that Shadow Puppets record. You know, all the bands are starting that we like were changed some shit. And, and if you listen to the new version of Marino, if you listen to Cup of Coffee, which are newer, so Marino, the lyrics and the chords are very old. Yeah. Ancient.
But the version that was there is
version we
new.
have out now is
that was like Cup
of Coffee.
That was 2020.
Cup of Coffee is a surprise. You know what I mean?
Cup of Coffee.
You don't know where that's going to go. It's a short song.
A huge shift for us too.
Yeah, and it's because it's newer, and that's where we're going.
If they heard like an early first 10 songs soundtrack and like us playing through it, and then they heard like Cup of Coffee, it's definitely different.
100%.
Definitely. And then Marino too. Marino's like, whoa. The stuff we have coming out too is going to be...
The stuff we have coming out in 2023.
The stuff we have coming out later this year.
Well, I don't know. So one of them Well, we're just gonna say the names. If the Arctic Monkeys gave out the full names of their,
Yeah, so we're putting out some new songs this fall, guys.
so There Goes My Baby. It's a double A side. There Goes My Baby and Just a Summer
Just a
Away.
Summer Away, yeah.
And then we're gonna have a unknown Christmas song.
Christmas song.
But
Oh, holy.
so if you listen, but There Goes My Baby, I feel like it's gorgeous, and it's exactly like it's a song that I have listened to on repeat just because I like it so much. But I think it's almost like it feels more familiar.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But it's a song we written a while ago.
I feel like Just a Summer Away is super unfamiliar.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of different elements.
I feel like someone else. I feel like if we said someone wrote that for us, if somebody heard it, wouldn't be surprised. Or if we told somebody it's a cover, I don't think they'd be surprised.
For Just a Summer Away.
Just a Summer Away.
Yeah, and they would be fucking wrong.
Only because it's different.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, all of our songs sound like us, and I feel like as a band, your songs have to sound like you. You have to have your identity in all your songs, I feel.
Yeah.
They have to feel like you. But
and
they
boy,
have to be different.
Does our something that's coming down the line, is that not?
Yeah, there's so we're talking about shifts here. We're definitely going to be 2023 is going to be a pretty intense year for the Mack Brothers. And 2022 has actually been kind of intense and definitely picking up towards the end. I would say definitely stay tuned though for There Goes My Baby and
Just a Summer
Just
Away.
a Summer Away.
I think they're our most emotional songs we've ever put out.
Definitely, and they're perfect for. They're coming out this fall. They're perfect
blow
for the season.
Her You right out of the water, emotional, because they're more mature. It's not such a.
It's not. They're not adolescent emotions as much. They're more adult.
Her Are You. Let's be like Her Are You would be a really great Black Keys song. Like I'm trying to think of what vein it's in. You know what I mean? It would be the best fucking Jack White song.
Definitely
ever.
like a main artery.
Yeah, yeah. But and then what's on Pirate? Summer Song. Or not Pirate. Summer Song has a nice emotion to it, but it's kind of we could have done it better. You know what I mean?
But you know what though, I feel like every song we put out, I feel like I could do better.
Yeah.
After I listen to it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Well, what we're trying to say here is that we're evolving. So you should
evolving,
listen to our music.
We have some. Oh well.
Not only are we evolving, but we're also aging rapidly because I feel like we thought it was an hour ago.
Yeah, it's fucking. We ran a little late. What did we? We're like an hour.
Well, we ran late.
4th of July. Speaking of our music,
4th of July
is the song of the summer.
It's
not even
song
close.
Of the summer.
And I'll fight anyone who says otherwise.
Oh, I want to just say real quick, everybody go check out the Yo Show again. We were on their podcast recently, and they also put out some awesome recent episodes. Go check them out. Go check out our buddies over at Fired Up. They do a great podcast. They have an awesome website where they write sports articles.
We name dropped a couple friends, Ha Charade.
Go
check them out.
Check them out.
And Astro Inn.
Check them out. They're really good.
They're awesome.
Yo, answer your
Beef.
DMs, Astro Inn. What the hell?
You know, it's funny. They answer the DMs.
Yeah.
And then they disappear for like a week.
Oh, okay.
And then they just get weird. They're in Houston.
That's what happens in Houston.
That's what happens.
People dip in and out.
Yeah.
Of life in Houston. There's a portal to hell there. So they go down the depths.
You know, I will say this about Astro Inn. They're the lead singer who you know better than I do. I forget his name.
Cool dude.
He's the
Nick
only guy
Serena.
that comes close to me when it comes to wife beaters.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
He's a little bit more in shape, but I got the shoulders for it. You know what I mean?
So yeah, go listen to them. Go listen to the Yo Show. Go listen to Fired Up, especially their podcast. Go show them some love on
Real
their
quick,
podcast.
Fired Up. We are in a.
This is why I brought him up.
Oh God, I forgot. I got a headache.
Fantasy Football League.
Yes, we're in a fantasy football league.
We'll be giving you the reports every Wednesday.
My name is Delco John.
I'm the Mack Mafia.
He's the Mack Mafia. Our good friend Nick, who might or might not be picking with us, with me at least, when I film it, which is coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'll be filming. Ooh, should have come out on...
So here's the thing, guys. So let me just preface this. This weekend, I will be traveling. I'm going to Virginia to see my fiance. It's going to be fun. So I probably will have enough time. I don't think she's getting there until pretty late. So if we're drafting it, like if we draft and she's not there, I can definitely be a part of the draft. Like I can live draft. Me and you could do it over a Zoom call if we want. Maybe we can be on, if Fired Up wants to do like a special edition, we could do that.
That's what I was going to say. Dom's also traveling for family.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
So you won't be here. So it was supposed to be me, Matthew, Dom, Retro Judah, a.k.a. Daddy Fonz, Nick Lippery, a.k.a. what's his...
Newport 100s?
Newport Nudie 100s.
Nudie 100s, I guess.
Is his team name. MT4. Well, anyway, we were supposed to do a big 3 different podcasts.
We were going to do a big live stream deal.
It was going to be like, extravaganza, and then Matthew had to go. Dom had to go. And that's half of our podcast, and that's a full Fired Up podcast because Mike, the other Mike, isn't in the draft.
Oh, he's not in the draft?
No.
Oh, man, that sucks.
So, there's no Fired Up going to be there. There's no you going to be there.
No me.
Retro Judah.
Well, John, me and you might be able to. We might be able to do something. We might be able to pull something out of our hats. If I'm sitting in a hotel room doing nothing, then I would rather do that.
I think what I'm going to do is we'll talk off air.
Yeah, we'll talk off air. We should wrap this up.
I have an idea.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Go check out 4th of July. It is the song of the summer. And stay tuned for more episodes of our podcast. Like and subscribe. Check out our social media. Thanks for all around being just nice people. If you made it to this point, especially.
Please like and subscribe.
Thank you for listening. If you made it to this point, you're a fucking trooper, so thank you.
Get us to 100.
Yeah, get us to 100 million.
All right, bye.